Wait, I don't have OBS up, so I can't see that I put... Damn it. Hi, chat. It's warm. I'm sporting a wet look because I've been dousing myself with water. It boils off instantly. Hi. Hello. I was also a few seconds late because I just got... Well, it's not exactly a message from JD. I'm not going to read it out because it's like... not something being put in the public. But I just like... Yeah, okay. I thought it was like just addressed to me. It was not. I won't say what. Are you alright, One True Dog? Is this just because of the temperature? It's now dipped below 30 degrees, but it has been, in one sense of the word, comfortably above 30, like all day. Damn, the 5-stream streak. Thank you, Lana. Oh yeah, were there any resubs? Did I miss any resubs yesterday? I hope not. Hold on, I need to like position things correctly so that I can see stuff correctly. So yeah, I may not stay on the face cam for long today. I don't know. I mean, I like, you know, as a colossal narcissist, I like having my face on stream. That's a lie. I actually hate having my face on stream, but I like that it, you know, presents like a human connection, and the fact that I'm recording these, which I am recording, I nearly forgot before the start. I've recorded these, you know, thank you, Nebula. Flattery will get you nowhere. Boodot, likewise. Okay, stop now. There's a lot, but yeah, I feel like I should have my face attached to these because I'm playing them and like rambling about the video games. So yeah, but also let me know if the fan is cutting through on the mic. Hopefully it's not, but it might be. We'll see. It's 27 there. Feels like 32. It is actually, yeah. What's the old humidity? Oh, the fan's not telling me. It's like okay, no, my fan, which also has a temperature on it, and I guess 42% humidity and 34 degrees here in my room. So yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, I literally before in the timer in the countdown to the start of the stream, I splashed myself with water. It's already gone. It's just boiling off. So yeah, there's a lot. But I thought, hey, it seems like it's too hot for me to do like DJ streams on the Discord with the visuals that I have, because literally like the frame rate drops and it chunks up and the audio starts getting all crackly from the music that I'm playing. So that's kind of problematic. So I thought, why not stream a video game instead? So let's go to here and OBS. Thank you. I'm gonna get through so many of these today. I don't remember where we were yesterday. So let's find out together. Here.
Mona, Castling Insurance Company's construction site.
I'm on my way.
Oh right, so it's one of the other companies has been advertising on the TV. Great. I was in pain, thanks, Buddha. Thank you.
Yeah, with the rest of the evidence. Hey, careful with those red boxes, you'll blow us all up.
Oh yeah.
I'll get the stuff from the van and meet you there.
Thanks for the explosive red box tips.
Hey, what the fuck?
I thought of Vlad's Trojan horse. I'd gotten into the cleaners' hideout in the back of their van. They'd given me directions to the evidence on the top floor.
Not okay, what's my... That's not a lot of ammo. Okay, we've got a couple of bullets for that. Right, we're here now. Yeah, we're... This does seem to be a little juddery, which is... That was just me right-clicking. A little concerning, but...
He'd be right behind us.
Right behind is my ass.
He said he'd get his stuff from the van and be right up.
What stuff? What was he supposed to have in there?
Surprise! Great. Great, we didn't... Oh, wait, there is a way to actually just stay lying on the ground, isn't there? What is it? You just hold the button? No. Squirrel, hey. Yeah, what's the tech to just stay lying on the ground? This seems really juddery, which is a little concerning. Not like, I guess really is too much, but it's... Well, we'll see how we go.
The dangerous red boxes the cleaners had talked about were containers filled with explosives.
Where are they?
Shoot!
No.
Coward! Here goes!
One more stuff on.
Max, I'm at the site. Where are you?
A condemned building at the edge of the site, headed upstairs.
I'm at the wrong end. I'll try to get to the roof to get a view of the place.
Later, I'm kinda in the middle of something.
Okay. I've not actually been talking all that much. It's too hot for articulate thoughts. Still being backseated by my... Yeah, she's on comms. She's in my ear telling me where to go, what to do. Well, you know, just talking. Clang. Probably ends really badly if I shoot some of these, right? You are not expecting me to do... Well, let's find out. Was that it? Right, you needed me to do that. Okay.
Watch me not care.
Why? Oh, because I keep selecting the wrong gun. That's why. Ah, did you hit me? Oh. Well, this has gone badly for old Max. Are we gonna die? Cool. I hope you like Screen Shake, because we've got it all day long.
Take this.
Honestly, I'm sort of amazed. Sure. Oh yeah, I seeing. Yes, you prefer a stirred boot up. Yeah, seeing that reminded me that I saw. Boy, this is jittery a little bit. Oh well, we press on. Apparently, the new James Bond is woke, and I find this very funny that people are upset. How's Max Payne? You know, he's fine. He's living his best life. In need of painkillers. Yeah, there's some like we're salty about. I don't even know why. I don't even know what people are talking about, and frankly, I don't even want to suggest. Like, don't go and look it up. Don't give people who get angry about that sort of thing the dignity of looking up to see what they're saying. I don't want to know, and I won't read it if someone says it in chat. I don't care. I just find the idea of like, they made James Bond woke, and calling it like woke light, and photoshopping rainbows into the key art for the game. Is a woman allowed to have a personality? Is there one gay? There might be. I don't know. It's probably like they just included a woman in the game. Fellas, is it gay when women?
Colors have to do with contract killing anyway. I'd like to know.
Cover me.
I have no interest in James Bond. No. Oop. So I'm not like fussed. I mean, it's the absurdity. I'm not like yes or no. Are we talking James Bond? Yeah. So is it First Light, the new James Bond game made by IO Interactive, who make Hitman? It's like it's released today, I think, and the gamers are upset for some reason that I don't care to hear about. That it's apparently woke, and I find this hilarious. It's a video game, not a film. And yeah, that's the thing is I don't want it to sound like, oh, what it's sort of, it starts to become one of those weird positions to be in where it's impossible to talk about without everyone suddenly making some sort of assumption about what you think, and it's like I just don't care. Should we hear about it the second your mother finds out about it? Is she likely to find out about a video game?
Precinct police station when Mona Sachs, wanted for the murder of Senator Gate, escaped
television.
from custody. The bomb itself caused no casualties due to the heroic efforts of the police officers present at the time. but the lives of 2 officers and several felons in
Finds out about
custody
everything.
were lost in the subsequent shooting. Lieutenant Jim Bravura stressed that Sachs is armed and extremely dangerous. The NYPD is conducting an investigation into the allegations that Sachs had inside help in her escape. And an APB has also been put out on Detective Max Payne, who had already been suspended and under investigation on previous misconducts and connections to Sachs.
Nin. TV news.
Americans avenge your 9mm
We're back.
handgun.
Yeah, like I know people who I guess take a sort of have like an interest, not like know people personally, but like content creators and stuff who have an interest in James Bond and James Bond films and have done like rewatches of the films and like podcasted about it. If you know Loading Ready Run, it's Graham and Matt from Loading Ready Run did from Rewatch with Love, where they rewatched all the James Bond films and were sort of ranking them. And like, yeah, if that's your jam, that's your interest, then great. Honestly, it sounds like it's a good game for the modern James Bond fan. Personally, I don't. Fellas, I was trying to talk. I don't care for James Bond, and that's fine, and it's not like a judgment on people that do. I don't know, it's just all very silly and absurd. And honestly, I'm kind of regretting bringing it up, because like, now I feel like I've got to talk about this, and I just don't care enough to talk about it. Your one co-worker is upset people are ragging on Mandalorian and Grogu. You keep telling her if she likes it, that's what matters. Yeah, like, enjoy what you like, you know? It's, yeah, well, like, we've built this situation, this society where what you like has to be a part of your personality. And you're not allowed to just enjoy something. You have to go to the mat for it. You have to die on that hill. It has to be something that you defend, and you have to find your tribe of people who also love it as much as you. Oh, don't worry, I'll find something to talk about. That's not a problem. I brought it up and then realized, no, this is just a cul-de-sac. I'm not interested in it. Yeah, like, let's just do fan culture instead. And yeah, it's like you have to die on the hill of the thing that you enjoy, otherwise you're not a true fan. And it has to be a significant part of your personality. And like, it's okay to just enjoy stuff. It's okay to just like things. And I think partly it's, especially present day, you know, in the last 10 years or so, nothing's allowed to live or exist anymore. Like, your favorite TV show will be cancelled after one season, even if it is watched by hundreds of millions of people and makes billions of dollars for the executives. It's just, no, we'll just cancel it, almost, and it feels out of spite. And likewise for your video game, it sells tens of millions of copies, is played by countless people, it makes stupid amounts of money for the studio, and then 2 months after release, half the staff get sacked and the other half are moved on to other projects. And like, I think that helps create a cult, not helps in the right word, but that contributes to a culture where people feel like I'm not enjoying something isn't enough anymore. I have to defend it. I have to go to war for it. I have to, in order to defend it, I have to fight for it and convince everyone else I have to like it. And if anyone naysays about it, then I have to go after them and disparage them and say mean things about it. And it's like, that's, I mean, in the true sense of the word of fanaticism, sure, but it's not a constructive way to be. And yeah, I don't think it's good, actually. Where did I start on this? It's quite a kill your own hobbies too. Yeah, like, nice boxes. You can just enjoy stuff. It's okay to just watch a thing, play a game, and enjoy it. Oh, you also
Get it!
no. You can hum some more Poets of the Fall. We like them around here. And you still got a shot off. I hate that, man. Sympathy. Okay, now we're getting back into Max Payne 1 territory where everyone's just got to get their little last shot in and just chip the health away a little bit. Is that just a man sitting there? Sympathise so much with the obsessive fandom impulse, but you also never really get that experience because the things you tend to get obsessed with are things that don't have fan communities who tend to automatically be self-deprecating. Yeah. Came back from talking to your mum about AI being horrible. Oof, I bet that was a fun conversation. What the hell did you miss? By that I mean, because it's impossible, it feels impossible to me to talk about AI being horrible without sounding like you're actually ready to stick on the tinfoil hat. I literally, I will intentionally be light with the details, but talks like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, you're right down there, sir. Okay. Talks with someone who works at a place, not him personally at the time, I don't think, but the place where he works had been involved with development of AI stuff, let's say. And just asking him casually, bringing up the subject, as like, what are the internal feelings on AI? There, and he immediately jumped to assuming that, like, I'm coming from the perspective of, oh, it's like Terminator and the AI is getting smart and it's going to take over the world. I'm like, no, it's the other thing. It's actually complete garbage. But the billionaires, the people that were making it, keep telling everyone that it's really smart and dangerous, and so we have to do something about it now. Oh, we have got to build our bunkers and, like, spread it everywhere in some way. Like, what? A bunch of guys who read Roko's Basilisk's theory, thought this was sensible and something worth worrying about, and then decided to build their lives around it. It's just garbage. What if there was a computer, right? Yeah, and it was really evil, and it was so like good but evil that, like, if when it gained sentience, right, it decided that it was so good that everybody who didn't contribute to it being made needed to be punished, right? Yeah, that's garbage basement sci-fi concept. Yeah, I know, right? But what if it was real? Stop talking. And then Silicon Valley went, no, but what if? And built the Torment Nexus. And so it's just, that's another impossible conversation to have, because it always feels like it's coming, whatever you try to say, it's impossible to not sound like a lunatic. Anyway. Alright. Well... Oh, well, we've got one of these then. How about... Oh, you got better? Hell yeah, physics. If there's a man behind me, I'm going to be so upset. No? Okay.
Shoot him! Take cover!
Okay.
Run! Fire
Oh,
in
you...
the hole!
What a truly slapstick sequence of events that was. It's exhausting how often people somehow think we already have true AI. Sure is.
Hey, get him!
That was the most casual jaunt. Good shooting me. The amble, the way it's
Understand this is an over our dead bodies kind of situation. We've got an intruder, probably more than none of them's getting past this point alive.
Haha, but what if I flank?
There!
No.
Here goes! Sucker!
Whoop. Getting stuck on a bit of wall. Oh, goodbye, Angeline. Going to replace a printer cartridge for your aunt. Oof. Good luck. Actually, you know what? You know what's a better topic of conversation for a few seconds? Because I will be the only person here who has watched it, I think. Damn it. Need to watch what I say next. Because I nearly, when knocking that over, said piss, and then someone will go, haha, Sam, you think piss is a good topic of conversation? No. But what is a good topic of conversation, briefly, is the stand-up comedy special that I watched last night by the comedian Sam Nicoresti, which is called Woke Flake. Taking the premise that so many professional stand-up working comedians seem to be convinced of the idea that you can't make jokes about trans people, that trans people are a protected species, that you can't make jokes about the trans community. And this is someone who herself is trans and wrote an entire comedy special exactly about that subject, and it's great. Turns out you can actually do good jokes about this subject material if you understand it and can make good jokes about it rather than just I'm going to be phobic. And so I recommend it. I think people should go and watch it, and I can give that name again. It is cool. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to go over to YouTube. I'm going to find it for you. Possibly killing the stream. Because straining my laptop past the point of no return. There we go. You can make good jokes if you find it. Yeah. There we go. It's there. Enjoy. I recommend.
Vlad had said Gugnitti was eliminating the competition. Was that why the cleaners had hit Vlad's gun workshop? The room was full of illegal firearms, enough to outfit an army.
Buddha, I'm going to put Lego bricks
These
in your
guys are
shoes.
packing, close to overkill, hardcore professionals.
It doesn't seem that way from where I'm standing.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, guns. Some might even say lots of guns. But yeah, I was reminded of that yesterday, because cool. A journalist I follow, Robert Evans, and I understand there was another Robert Evans who was a lot more problematic, but this is a cool guy, was talking about exactly this, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, I know literally someone who has done, as in talking about comedians, but like, oh, you can't make jokes about this, it's off limits, and you should be able to. And it's like, yeah, well, you can if you make good ones. And I was like, oh wait, I know an entire, yes, from Behind the Bastards, that's the one. and formerly of Cracks. Like, he used to write for Cracks, and then did like embedded journalism in the Middle East, and yeah, really solid dude. And yeah, I was like, oh wait, I know an entire comedy special exactly about this subject. I've seen clips, but I've not actually. I knew about it like from last year, but didn't actually sit down and watch the whole thing. So last night I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this, and yeah, it's an absolute banger. Gets weird. It gets my kind of weird in the middle of it, but it's super cool. And yeah, I recommend. Right, it's really tooling me up with the weapons and ammo. The 2 cents is, you like AI if it's not used to mislead people and used for specific cases. Again, I think the problem is AI has just become the blanket term for generative AI, and I really don't care for generative AI, even from just like an artistic perspective. I just think it doesn't look or sound good to me. And then when you start getting into like when you start sort of scratching deeper, like it's just content. It's just I think that for me that is just what it comes down to. It just feels like content, and I'm aware that I'm saying this like to me Twitch streaming is a form of content. It's like it's long, it's unedited. Like, not every stream. There are some streams. What I'm talking about specifically mine. Like, this is long form content with extremely minimal effort into the production. Right? I press play effectively. I press start streaming, start recording, and I just put this out. And I just sit here and like talk into a microphone. I've not scripted or planned anything. I'm not editing anything. I've got some buttons to change scenes, and that's it. And again, there are streams that go way higher into the production than that, and that to me feels like it elevates above content. But for me, this here feels very content. It's just like stuff. It's pulling a lever and it's just extruding stuff. And again, there's nothing inherently wrong with that, because I watch a lot of that too. It's that sort of second screen. I'm doing something, but I just want some noise over there. And like that to me feels like the level that AI is at, and probably as generative AI is at, and kind of the height that it can only ever hit, because it can't do more than that. It can't make artistic decisions. It can't make choices. It can only average. It can only extrude. And I just don't see the point. You hit a rag on the stream and chat with chat. What's happening on the game screen is important. Yeah, true. And I guess, yeah, even here, there is a possibility that I might just suddenly pull something out of pocket and say something funny, or say something entertaining, or contribute some sort of insightful idea, which again, AI can't do unless it's statistically probable that it will, and even then it's just going to be recycling someone else's thoughts that it's just copied and pasted. Like, it's so much of it is just filing the license of someone else's copyrighted work and be distributing it. And so the guy said AI videos are more important to humanity than the moon landing. Sure, bud.
Away!
Are these gonna...
Stay frosty.
Well, that was anticlimactic. got them. Oh, sorry, there was also someone saying something directly to me further back that I missed. Hope I'm well not melted. I spent many hours playing Max Payne 2 as a kid. Grabs the 2 scenes have held up surprisingly well. Yeah, honestly, it's not bad. Yeah, fine, I'll eat those pills. It's doing okay. It is like, yeah, I'm playing this on. I did a whole discussion of this yesterday. My laptop's like lower powered onboard graphics processor rather than the NVIDIA GPU that's in there, because it's the only way to play it on the correct screen as opposed to this second screen that I have. That's just the way it wanted to work, and it's a pain. But yeah, you know what? It's running decently considering the hot weather, and it doesn't do too bad. So yeah, and yes, I played. Can I get up there? Maybe I can. Oh, I can. I don't know how many times I played Max Payne 2. I don't tend to replay games all that often. I played it like a couple of times. I played the first one a couple of times as well, and this is definitely the better game. Like they figured out how to make this more of a fun experience. Ooh. Triple kill.
Who are those guys?
They figured out how to make this a more fun game, and I'm grateful for it. That's not opening, is it? Whoops. Oh, MP5's got a scope as well. Neat. Okay. But yeah, like the other thing I hate about Gen AI is
Cleaners
just
had shed their skins. This was their turf. No need for disguises anymore.
like it just erodes people's ability to do things and to think for themselves. You know, it's like, well, I can just ask AI to do it. I can just ask AI to fix things. Yeah, but like you can learn to do this stuff yourself.
Report.
Like actually learn a skill. I know it's difficult. And then you learn it and you do it and get better. You're not sure you ever completed 2? It's a pretty short game, I seem to remember. I did actually start writing something about these earlier. Nothing special, nothing good. Probably just going to be a rehash of things I've already talked about on stream. And it does feel a bit early to start talking about it when I'm still only on the second game of all of these games. Plus, you know, I'm not like a research expert or anything. Catch.
Cover me.
So cool. Ow, my health. What? Why was there still a man there? That shouldn't be allowed. Oh, more pills. Yum. Wait. Oh, I forgot. I forgot I can do that. You don't understand the argument, you don't find it super convincing, because it's also the argument against kids can't calculate square roots by hand anymore because calculators or whatever, which is nearly always a silly argument. To me, using generative AI to do stuff, it's, you know, it's like saying you ran a marathon. How? Oh, in my Toyota Yaris. Like, you haven't done that. The car did it. Or it's like, wow, I went to the gym and I was on the treadmill for hours. Like, really? Well, no, I stood beside it and turned it on. I put a little robot with some wheels on there. And so that's basically, you know, that, me, yeah, I did that. I lifted all these weights. Did you? I had a lever and pulley system, and I just pressed a button and it made the weights go up and down. But I did that. I pressed the button. I thought that I should lift the weights, and then it did it. That's sort of where I feel about claiming you used it to do something. It's... yeah. Plus, yeah, calculators are accurate. Calculators, you ask a calculator to do a sum and it will do that sum and present you with the right number. Generative AI just averages a best guess. And so that's why, you know, can you tell me how many R's there are in strawberry? Certainly, there are 5. No, there aren't. Can you add 8 and 3? Certainly, it's 12. No, it's not. Yeah, absolutely correct, it's not. It's 13. No, it's also not that. Quite right. Yes, very astute. It's 10? No, still not. Seagull laughed. Seagull found it funny. It's just...
Like always, the dead had all the answers.
It's like it's a novelty toy, is I think, at best is what it is.
Quite the contrary. The dead had plenty to say. And once they started, they would never shut up. Their words would keep you awake at night. The bodies, all the evidence of all the murders the cleaners had done. All the answers. It would take days to dig through it.
Anyway, I'm waiting for the game to
Mona,
do something that pulls me back on track so I can talk about the game
more. I need you to go
more.
and call the cops. I need them here.
You're right. You are crazy. I'm a fugitive, Max. I just escaped from custody.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't
Go to
necessary.
hell, Max.
Mona? Damn.
This cleaner stuff's made me think.
Didn't you...
Hey, there he is! We got him! We got him! No! Stop! The room's full of explosives! Stop shooting!
Oh, shit! Run!
Max, what's going on?
Oh, look who's come crawling back.
The building's blowing up. That's what's going on.
Any pill? Good, good, thank you. Not that way then. That seems safe to run under, yeah.
Die!
Yeah. Yeah, it did. He was right. He absolutely called that shot.
You're dead!
Haha! This time I learned. Oh, thanks for opening the doorway for me there. Sick. Oh. Yeah, that seems safe. Make it. Perfect. No. Do it. Yeah? Okay. Oh, hooray. Eat the pills.
Shoot!
Oh, no, you know what, fellas? I'm gonna let you have this one. I'm gonna go back and try it again. How about that? It's not that one though, right? Oh. Physics. 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 Down here, I suppose. Oh. I'm sure there's some environmental storytelling going on that I have missed. Maybe. Not going that way.
Max, what's happening? Max, come
Well,
in. Can you hear me?
the whole ass building's blowing up.
Max, answer me, Max.
That is a hell of a tie. Bonk.
I didn't know what Mona wanted, if it was the same thing I was after. To kill those who were trying to kill her. The bullet, real or imagined, lodged in her head, routing her synapses, driving her on. She had arrived to the site while I was inside the condemned building. I don't know what went on with her.
Max, I'm at the site. Where are you?
Condemned building at the edge of the site, headed upstairs.
I'm at the wrong end. I'll try to get to the roof to get a view of the place.
Later, I'm kinda in the middle of something.
Be
Look,
that way.
Budot's just left. You don't need to take up the mantle.
Okay, so we're breaking our backs hauling the hardware here because the choir building's not going to exist much longer. But what are we supposed to do with the bodies? They're not going to magically turn to dust when the building blows up. It's going to be a mess.
The boss will figure it out. Trust his twisted evil mind on this.
Yeah, I know the game. Like, the game's making me play as a woman. I can't believe back in 2000 and whenever that the woke mind virus was real and I should stop going on about this, because the YouTube algorithm is going to detect this content in the video, and then anyone that watches it, YouTube's going to be like, oh, I see you hate people, do you? And then just start recommending you like videos from people whose names I'm not going to say, because I don't want to add more of that into circulation. So yeah, that's the wrong button. There's got to be stuff in there. I want it. What else do we have? Pistol. Game. I'm trying to select pistol, and you wouldn't let me. Oh, hello. Good. Ooh. Wow, he just stopped. Robert Evans is starting a Warhammer podcast. Oh no, of course. Do you want to know who it? No, he's a good guy. He's a cool guy. Well, apparently, because his name, his handle on like Blue Sky and stuff is Robert Evans, the only Robert Evans. Because apparently there was another one who is a complete dirtbag, but not this one. The one that runs it's a podcast called Behind the Bastards, and seems like a solid like investigative journalist. Yeah, mine won that fight. Yeah, that's okay to know about that. That's a name that's fine to mention. Hi, can I get here? Oh, go have a fun call. What?
Shoot!
1 second, I was changing to shock. Oh, quick. What was that word that just came out? Cool? Sweet? Why? Just, sure, whatever gun you feel like. I need to turn off auto switching, don't I? Where? You're kidding. Check out this elite gamer down here.
Coward!
You're hiding. Yeah? Well, time to eat on my pills. Oh, watching YouTube videos in Firefox in private mode. Opening YouTube without an account logged in and just looking at what YouTube thinks the most average human viewer wants to see. It's horrible. Like, yeah, the logged out YouTube recommendations are wild. It's it's the mirror you don't want to look in. It's like this is what you think. Hello. Oh, good shot, me. That was a way to die. It's just yeah. Any social media? True. Yeah. Who's this? Monitor Lizard. Hello. Welcome in. Were you subnauticing? 2. Is that what you were doing? I think I saw that's what you were doing. Welcome. Was it a good stream? Do you mind? That's my cover. Does that explode? It doesn't. Oh, you... You were. How did it go? What? Oh. Ow. You built a submarine? Great. Did you win? Is that how you win?
Damn.
Yeah, bud. Me too. Hey, I'm a horrible shot. Just so you'll know. Game is done now. Great. Oh.
Coward! Cover me!
Yeah, it's like I don't even it is too hot for me to come up with the words. I'm all out of the fancy florid purple prose, the hyperbole to describe things today. I'm out. I'm done. It's bad. Looking at unlogged in social media, looking at YouTube. We are playing as Mona Sachs. So what we've done is Max has just done a bit of like going through this building, killing a lot of people, and then the building explode. And now we've gone back to the start of him doing that, and we're playing as Mona, who is kind of doing the same thing from somewhere else. I think she was also here. She is the inspiration for Noir Grink. Thanks, Squirrel. That is a sentence that I wish I didn't understand.
Shoot to kill.
Ah, what? You're not allowed to do that. Only I may do that.
Ah, coward!
You jumped. You dived out the way. I like how we continue to look through the scope whilst reloading the gun.
Cover me!
Well,
Cover me!
You can't hide! Shoot! Shoot!
no, stop shooting me.
Die!
There's a lot of people about. I wish they weren't. They're there. Oh. How many?
Shoot!
Coward, die!
Looks like a laser tag arena. It feels like it. I feel like I was playing better yesterday. Like, yeah. I feel like I'm just a little bit too heat-addled to really, even like less than usual, concentrate on a single thought, reach a degree of coherency, say something meaningful or significant. Those, no? Okay. Or play a video game particularly well. Which is a shame, because, like...
Mona, these guys are packing. Close to overkill. Hardcore professionals.
No, what was I doing? No, I want that. No, I want that. Yeah, like I'm playing these games because I think they have a lot of very interesting content that, like, narratively, beyond just, again, the start to finish story of the game of Max Payne goes to a place and does a thing and seeks revenge, and some things happen to him along the way, but like there is a lot more external to that I am really interested in. And right now I do not feel in the frame of mind to actually like pull that out or discuss it very articulately.
Oh, baby. Woohoo! Shake it, baby, shake it! One look at the boss and bam! The Ice Queen goes like this. She wants him, she wants him back.
Chat is...
Oh, yeah. Work it, baby, work it! Yeah.
Dudes rock. It's too hot to philosophize. It is.
You are so stupid. Huh?
I hope that wasn't a hate crime. Oh. Oh, good shot, mate. Just took 4 bullets to kill that man. Yeah, I was thinking of playing Marathon this evening. Maybe I shouldn't play Marathon this evening. I think I might miss 100% of the shots I take. Wayne Gretzky. What's down there? I bet the game kills me if I find out. Your arms are skinny enough to reach the bottom of a Pringles can? Ooh.
You can't hide!
Bo Burnham does a really great... Funnily enough, there's a really great bit from Bo Burnham about that. Technically. From his show Make Happy, which is on Netflix, I believe. Who here has seen that actually? Who has seen Make Happy by Bo Burnham? It's really good, and the conclusion to it, the end of that show, broke me in half emotionally. It's like, yeah. You've seen all Bo Burnham, but a long time ago. I'm not. No, I'm gonna rise above it. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, it's a really good show. I think it might have been like the first show of his that I watched. The Kanye West thing, yeah. Yeah, Inside is really good. Like this, yeah, obviously, and that's the thing. Because Inside came out and it was like, oh, that's a masterpiece. It's great, and it is. But yeah.
Sometimes, Mona, you gotta go down to get up.
And sometimes you got to get up to get down. Yeah. But yeah, the Kanye West bit at the end of Make Happy, which, yeah, so I guess, you know, on the subject of like just finding a way to bring everything together and like bringing this whole like comedy special that he's done together in this way that like is both. It's been a while since I've watched it, so it's not like entirely fresh in my memory, so I'm not gonna be able to like reference specific things, but it's really, really great at just like taking, just kind of referencing and calling back to like other bits that happened in the show, and like yeah, nobody hates making content as much as Bo Burnham while making content. Yeah, and because it's, yeah, sort of starts off as like I'm making sort of silly, trivial stand-up comedian jokes about, you know, you're getting your hand stuck in a Pringles can because, you know, your hand's too big. Why do they make Pringles cans too small for people to get their hand into? And then brings it round to this just devastating point about for him, and it feels like a real like deep emotional confession about expending all this time and energy to give people something that he can't give himself, to try and, it's called Make Happy, and it's about trying to make the audience happy when he doesn't know how to make himself happy. And it's real, like, go see the great clown Pagliacci and stuff, but it's real good. And I don't know, if you have a Netflix sub and want to cry, go watch that. Go watch his comedy show. It'll just fold you backwards over its knee like Bane. Couldn't figure out why you weren't hearing any noise in the stream. It wasn't muted. Your desktop audio wasn't muted, but your headset somehow unplugged. Oh, were you just blasting it to everybody? Oh, great.
Mona, I know this sounds crazy, but I need you to go and call the cops. I need them here.
I'll watch it at some
You're
point.
right.
Yeah, it's good.
Crazy.
I
I'm
recommend
a
it.
fugitive, Max. I just escaped from custody.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't
Go to
this.
hell, Max. Bastard.
Negative.
Oh, I probably don't want to
Don't
just...
let him.
What? From where?
Repeat.
Up there?
Stop it!
Oh, you can't do that. Wait, if you're getting Pringles, barbecue. Barbecue is generally my choice of flavor. Especially next to original. You just take barbecue ones, well then you know what you're getting. Never had a barbecue flavored thing, Llama. Is this like a French thing? Is it not allowed? Is it too basic a flavor?
Max, what's going on?
The building's blowing up. That's
It's
what's
like,
going
ooh, they're like vinegar and sugar.
Max.
No.
Damn.
No. Whoa. Hold up. Hold up. Where you at? Where?
Cover me! Damn! Shoot the...
What? Oh, there? The hell? Where did you come from? Not because it's too basic, you just eat crisps au naturel. Fair enough. Do you want me to go? That was not dodge. Right. Oh, I mean, I'm grateful for the healing. That's, yeah, cool. What have we got a lot of? Alright, well, I can't get through that. Oh yeah, no, barbecue flavor doesn't taste like barbecued meat. It tastes like the barbecue sauce that you put on meat. So it's sort of sugar and vinegar. Just mustard? No. No. It's a sort of generally like kind of sweet, tangy, yeah, sugary, vinegary sort of sauce. Both Brits and Americans looking at that assessment like, you what, mate?
Cover me!
Could I stop getting shot every door that I walk through?
Shoot to kill!
Yeah. Now we're back in Max Payne town.
You can't hide! Cover me!
Did you see that? Did you see how cool that was? No, mustard is good. I like mustard. I have no... This isn't true, but I have no beef with mustard. But barbecue sauce is not mustard.
Max, what's happening?
Plus, yeah, there's a 1,000 different types of mustard. There's your American mustard, which is just yellow sauce. There's a pole. What?
Throw the rules out the window. Odds are you'll go that way too.
Max?
Half Moroccan, you can't handle spice. Lama, I've had tagine. Tagine can have spice in it.
Prelude to the real deal. Still a long way to the bottom.
You can't pull that. That doesn't work round here.
Max, company.
Mona, you have to take them out. Buy me time. I couldn't live without her.
Tagine, it doesn't have to. True. But it can. Where is... Oh, oh, it's that. Oh. Right.
Okay, back in business. Any ideas?
Try to get inside. Head my way.
Max, what are you shooting at, bud? How badly am I mispronouncing it? Yeah, that's fair. I didn't realise what I should have been doing. Right, one sec. How badly am I mispronouncing this? Like, mustard on barbecue meat is like so basic. Yeah, you put better stuff on barbecue meat. You don't... J is pronounced as H? Tahine? You're not thinking of tahini, which is sesame paste. Because in the UK, it's in the UK we write it Tagine, and I've never encountered a pronunciation that wasn't tagine. This isn't to say we're right. It's not our language. It's not our word. But I'm also aware that I'm being corrected by 2 Americans in chat. Llama, as your people and your culture, please put me right on this. How should I be saying this word? Spanish pronunciation. It's not a Spanish word. You do know we have actual Spain over here. This is it. This is what gets me cancelled. Bickering over the pronunciation of this word. España. But that just sounds like I'm taking the piss. Llama, I'm being told that the correct pronunciation is... Yeah, but why would I pronounce a Moroccan word in Mexican Spanish? Why would I? In what world does that make sense? Yeah, Tajin. According to Llama. I'm gonna play my video game and be right. Yeah, we might be thinking of two different things, but I'm talking about the like spiced Moroccan dish it's traditionally cooked in like a big clay pot. Maybe we're talking about two different things. Tajin is a Mexican seasoning. Oh yeah, no, I'm not talking about Mexican seasoning. Right. Okay. Then there we go. There's the misunderstanding. No, I'm talking about a Moroccan dish, not Mexican seasoning. Tajin Classico, often referred to as simply Tajin, is a Mexican spice mix consisting predominantly of lime, chili, peppers. That sounds delicious. That's not what I'm talking. No. Yeah, we're talking about. Okay, fine. There we go. We got there. Cross purposes. I was thinking it's just like, no, Sam, you're not pronouncing it Spanish way. Like, why would I do that? Sam, I can't help but notice that all of these words you're saying don't have a Mandarin accent. Like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, we're talking about... Right, okay, there we go. We settled the misunderstanding. We got there. Good. I thought I was having a meltdown. Like... It's hot. You can't do this to me. Right, yeah, this is the bit where Max falls out the window. You right there, bud? No.
Throw the rules out the window. Odds are you'll go that way too.
Oh.
Max.
Spicy foods are good.
See, still just a prelude to the real deal. Still a long way to the bottom.
There, come on.
Not.
Oh, Max.
Damn it.
Company.
Now.
You have to take them out.
I'm just skip this. Game's gonna make some sound. Now, I'm not currently. Names Bond's not having a strong call of ambulance. No, I'm okay. Now I'm thinking about something else that I'm unconfident on the pronunciation of, because it's a dish you get, I think, primarily now on like Indian restaurant menus, but it's, I believe, of Persian origin, and it's P-A-T-H-I-A, which I just say pathia. I guess that's correct, but also I don't think I've ever actually heard someone say it out loud, so there could be some like guidance to that pronunciation that I don't know. Talking about like spicy food from like Middle East to sort of Asian origin, stuff like that. That's the good stuff. Like that's probably that's what I'm checking the menu for, to see if it's available first. And if it's not, well then fine, we'll pick something else. But that's the good stuff. That's like it's sweet, but it's spicy. It's tangy. It's got like real good like citrus flavors going. I think it's made with a lot of lemon. And damn, is that the good stuff. And now I'm just thinking about that. The Moroccan one you've seen spelled Tajin with a G in English, but Google tells you Tajin. Yeah, that's the thing. When I've mentioned it on the Discord, I'll have spelled, because made it in a slow cooker. Sort of made it, not properly. I apologise. But I'm just making it for me, not selling it and appropriating the culture. But when I've like talked about making it on the Discord and stuff, I will spell it the way that it's spelled here with T-A-G-I-N-E, and I've seen like llama, and I think a couple others correct it with T-A-J-I-N-E. Spelled in Arabic, sort of womanization. I was like, yeah, you know, just somewhere near. Wikipedia doesn't give a pronunciation of Apathia, which isn't conclusive, but does suggest it's not super counterintuitive. Great. Sounds like something you'd eat every day. It's like... yeah, it's so good. Yeah. Well, oh. And stay down.
Okay, back in business. Any ideas?
Try to get inside. Head my way.
Also, yeah, tagine is great. Oh, that's Max. Do you make it tomorrow? Oh, you could. Anyone else?
I need to get across the courtyard to the next door. I need you to cover me.
Max, can't get a good shot from here. I'll have to backtrack through the building to get a better view.
It's not like I'm in a hurry.
Do you want us to crack jokes about it? Or do you want me to go?
Go.
Thought so.
Right. She said backtrack.
I was in trouble. I could only hope that Mona would find an opening with a view down to the yard to take the commandos out in time.
Probably not this way. Ah! Well, sorry,
the
Max.
yard to take the commandos out in time.
I have no grenades.
Without Mona's help, I'd be a dead man. Suddenly, for the first time in I don't know how long, I realized I didn't wish to be dead. Mona, don't mean to rush you.
Looking for a window with a view. Max, the route's clear.
I'm moving. Cover me. This is gonna sound like a rerun, but they've got me pinned down here.
I'm on it. I'll circle to the scaffolding on the other side of the yard.
Oh. You know what? Go on. Yeah.
On the other side of the yard.
I wanted another take at that. Whoa. Cool.
I was running out of time. I kept my eyes on the scaffolding, hoping to see Mona there.
Aww. Whoa. What?
Mona, it's not me. The guys are getting anxious. They're really looking forward to seeing you.
I'm worth the wait.
Yes,
I'll
Max.
be on that scaffolding in a sec.
But there are a lot of men here, and they all have guns, and the guns hit surprisingly hard.
Mona, now would be an excellent time to make an entrance.
Just keep your eyes on the scaffolding, Max, or you might miss it. Max, I'm here.
Ah, what the piss?
Just keep your eyes on the scaffolding, Max, or you might miss it. Max, I'm here. Max, I'm here.
Mona, I can see a gateway to another yard. I think I can get past the last sniper. I'm making a run for it. No luck with the door. There's a gateway here that leads to another yard. I'll try that.
Okay, I'll work my way through the building to meet you there.
How has he got shot so bad?
No luck with the door. There's a gateway here that leads to another yard. I'll try that.
Okay, I'll work my way through the building to meet you there.
Mona, found something to keep me on my feet through this.
Max, I found a way. I'm
Max,
coming.
is it drugs?
Mona must have heard the sirens too. She must not have been too happy about it.
Damn you, Max. I told you no cops.
He's not going to be in Max Payne 3.
How's the view, Mona? Aim for the
Yep.
gas boxes.
What, aim for the gas bottles? It'll make some sick pyro.
The bad news is the first door unit is also locked.
I have no idea where they are.
Happy to see me. I'm going for the second door.
I'll cover you.
No. What is up with Max Payne 3? Alright, I'll... So, Max Payne 3, so Rockstar Games, who make Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption and stuff, they, at the time, because I think Remedy have got it back now, owned the license to Max Payne. So, like, they published Max Payne 1 and 2, and yeah, so I think they own the license. So they went ahead and made Max Payne 3, and as far as I'm aware, like Remedy, who made Max Payne 1 and 2 and Alan Wake and Control and all that jazz, weren't involved at all. And so what they did and I don't know which Rockstar studio it was that made it, because I have a few, but in sort of Rockstar fashion, they sort of went, oh yeah, I really like this film, let's basically make a video game adaptation of this film. And it's fine. As a video game, it's fine. It's kind of bland. It's you play as Max Payne with a shaved head and a Hawaiian shirt, like a brightly colored Hawaiian shirt, in like hot tropical climes, with bullet time and a drink and pills problem, shooting people. And it's basically, they wanted to make Man on Fire the movie, but without Denzel Washington and with Max Payne instead. And that's just really all it is. Did I say movie? The game. Man on Fire the game. There already is a movie. It's hot. I'm tired. Yeah, so they basically just made Man on Fire the video game. It's like, it's just a like, it just is. It's content. It's, you know, it's just a sort of bland experience. Thank you for that punctuation video game. It's just sort of there. It's fine. It's okay, but it's nothing special, and like it doesn't do any of the stuff that like makes this interesting, like that makes 1 and 2 interesting, that makes Alan Wake interesting and Control. Like it doesn't, and maybe that's because they didn't own, well, they owned the license, but they couldn't really tie it into anything else that Remedy was doing. So they just sort of made this like standalone kind of mid third-person shooter where you have bullet time in an era where that was, you know, we had a lot of games with bullet time by that point, and it just, it's just pointless, really. So yeah,
I'll cover you.
I have no idea where he is. Oh, he's all the way over there. Right.
Locked. Running out of doors here. One left across the yard. I'll need cover fire to reach it.
Okay, stay where you are. I'll let you know when I'm in position to cover you from the other side of the yard.
If she couldn't make it to the other side of the yard, I wouldn't make it out of there alive. It was that simple.
Can I shoot your... No. Probably not. Max Payne... Yeah, Max Payne 3 has the skin of Max Payne. And that's it. Like, yeah, that's basically it. Like, it's wearing its skin, but it's not really doing anything else that made these games good and worthwhile. Like, I would argue, honestly, the gameplay is not the best part of these games. The shooting is, it's better here. It's kind of cool. But it is still largely just like press bullet time, shoot some lads. And it's...
Okay, action.
Really so much of the stuff outside of that...
Ready, get set, go.
...that makes it interesting.
The crowd goes wild.
No, wrong button.
One last chance.
Forgive your ignorance. Are Max Payne and Alan Wake connected?
Meet you on the other side.
Listen, Mona. The funhouse.
That is not
Wanted to
ignorance.
talk about what happened.
I'll get to that in a sec. That's a really big question.
Well?
Well, what, Max?
Repeat, you're breaking up. Damn it. More commandos. Mona, can't you...
Max?
Max, come in. Can you hear me?
Game really does just love spawning guys above you. How did he go? Whoop.
Damn.
Shoot with the dick. Pulls out corkboard and string. Basically, yeah. So, like, how deep do you want to get into this? Yes. So, I need to start reading Budok's message instead of forming my own thoughts. Alan Wake is a writer. Alan Wake writes kind of bad. He's very popular. He's very well loved. But writes kind of bad, trashy detective crime fiction novels about a cop on the edge called Alex Casey. My understanding, and I don't know that I have read, and I say that because I don't think I've read a direct quote from somebody at Remedy who would need to be like Sam Lake, the creative director, who's basically, this is, all of these games have been his project. No, you don't need to apologize, it's fine. I like talking about this. This is the problem. This is like, hey Sam, talking about your hyperfixation. I'm gonna do it. You can't stop me. So Alan Wake, in the story of the Alan Wake's games, he writes Alex Casey crime fiction novels. And as I was saying, my understanding, because I had read this somewhere, but I can't remember the source, and I don't like, this isn't fully true, but I don't like citing sources with confidence unless I can point to it and say it's this from this person who is an authority, because I'm not an authority on this stuff. So I would want to hear it from like Sam Lake or someone equally important at Remedy to say that you've got to stop. The reason the character in Alan Wake is called Alex Casey is because they didn't, at the time of writing, have the license to use the name Max Payne. That basically Alan Wake writes Max Payne novels. He is a fictional character created by Alan Wake, and that's the subject of his novels. So that's like a connection. That essentially these stories that we're playing here in Max Payne 1 and 2 are set within the fiction of Alan Wake. And then things get weird, because Alan Wake, the fiction of that, starts kind of getting real recursive. Because in Alan Wake 2, there is... I'm just going to do this. So Max is a fictional character created by a fictional character. Yeah. And as I say, it then gets weird, because in Alan Wake 2, along with... why have I just completely forgotten her name? The detective that we play as. I'm sorry, women. Saga, thank you. Saga Anderson. Along with her, who is like one of the detectives investigating the case. Thank you. Yeah. I knew you had my back, chat. Her partner from the FBI, I believe, who is also investigating, is Alex Casey, who the physical model for him in the game is modeled on Sam Lake, the chief creative director whose basically brainchild all of this is, who was the original face of Max Payne in Max Payne 1. Like, it's this this is why, like in the stream yesterday, and this isn't like, who was here to remember this? I don't expect people to watch and remember everything, but this is why yesterday I was like, there has to be that, and if there doesn't, there is a huge gap in the market, some like real good academic writing about this whole series of games. like going from Max Payne 1 through to Alan Wake 2 and beyond, because it's kind of wild. You did find this interview, however, Lake squashed the speculation in an interview with Entertainment Weekly. The easy, clear answer is that out of our past games, Max Payne and Quantum Break are not part of the Remedy connected universe. They are not part of Remedy's plans, he said. Interesting. I wonder if that holds up with the remake of Max Payne 1 and 2. Because I feel like they are. And this isn't me saying like, well, obviously I know more than him. If that's what he says, then sure. It's the same connection that you can make with Quantum Break and Tim Break. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like... So, okay, well, I guess that answers. And like Purge reading the Dota 2 patch notes and going, wow, this changes everything, and going on to the next hero and going, everything I said was wrong. I guess, yeah. When was that interview? I'm curious, because it's 2023. Oh, okay. Which was well, that was the year that Alan Wake 2 came out. Yeah, like it is something I would really like someone to have like an in-depth conversation with Sam Lake about, because I guess it's like. Well then, yeah. So I suppose for me, it's not like, yes, they are directly connected, but like spiritually, it's impossible to get away from the ties there. Be that person, I'm not a journalist. I say dismissing the yeah, yeah. Like so, yeah. In Quantum Break, there's which I will be playing in a future stream. I forget the name of the character, but they got the same actor back to play the character of Tim Breaker in Alan Wake 2. Tim Breaker is in no way at all similar to, say, the words Time Breaker, and in Quantum Break you are a guy who effectively has the ability to break time. It's... yeah. That being said, in a purely speculative Easter egg kind of way, I love the idea of enabling our audience to come up with theories. I don't want to shoot them down on that level. Admitted, like, we're making questions possible and giving ideas to people that they can form their own theories. I think is very much part of the fun. Yeah, like, ultimately, what it feels like it comes back to is, for me, it feels like Sam Lake, the real actual human being, is like not just as the writer, but like in a sort of meta kind of way, the connecting figure for all of these games and for all of these stories. Like he is essentially, because like in Alan Wake you have this whole thing of this other character of Thomas Zane, who seemingly is the poet that fell into the lake, and I need to play Alan Wake again. I will be doing that too. Sort of, seems like he kind of wrote Alan Wake possibly into existence. I'm not sure. Like I say, it kind of gets a bit recursive and sort of time loopy, kind of, in that like you have like things creating things that created themselves, and it just gets weird. Hi, Harpers. And it's sort of, yeah, I lose the ability to put this coherently. Wonder if it's also because of the license issues, because this really seems like a case of filing the numbers off with the content of Alan Wake 2. Yeah. He's the person who remembers things in the time loop that Alan doesn't. Yeah. Death of the author, we don't have to listen to sound like, well, true, but also I feel like, you know, in this case, I will trust him to know what he's doing, and I wouldn't. Yeah, there's Death of the author, and like making up your own, taking your own interpretations and meanings and things, and being like, okay, well that's what it is for you, but not for me. But I feel like in a situation like this, where we're literally saying, I'm confidently saying, like, Alex Casey is just a find replace for the name Max Payne, and it is possible that he was given that answer in an interview because they didn't have the license to say Max Payne, and if you do that, then you get a call from legal the next day saying, yeah, now we owe Epic a huge sum of money. Epic, Rockstar. Sorry, no, Epic, who assisted in the publishing of Alan Wake 2. Yeah, now we owe Rockstar a huge bunch of money. Their lawyers on the phone for 50 million, that sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know, but it feels to me very strongly. There you go, there's Rockstar. That yes, I think they are spiritually connected, if nothing else. Where am I going and what am I doing? I should take a break, actually. What is... Yeah, I've been going for just about 2 hours. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to go refill my water. I'll be back in 5 minutes. It's just a 5-minute break. Yeah, it's actually cooling down. Ooh, there's some very cool pink tinged clouds out there. Yeah, Sound Lake did pull the face in Alan Wake 2. That's true. They do. It's... Yeah, there's the whole, like... Hey, will you do the face? They don't say whose face. They just ask him to do the face. Did anyone else's sound cut out? No, just you. Okay, that's... Yep, that's your problem. Right. Yeah, break time. I'm going to go for 5 minutes. I will see you back here in 5 minutes. Go refill your water, cycle your fluids, rehydrate like hell, and I'll see you back here in a bit. Bye for now. And I'm back and setting it up, and I have redoused myself. Oh, the fan's fine. Hi, this is about to start making noise, so I'm gonna go back to this. Hi, chat. It warm. You almost want to say it's like reusing a D&D character in a different campaign. There's enough of the defining elements of the character to be roughly the same, and it's not one-to-one, and stuff was changed so it fit better into the world. Yeah, kind of. I want to go back and reread that answer. The easy, clear answer is that out of our past games, Max Payne and Quantum Break are not part of the Remedy connected universe. They're not part of Remedy's plans. See, yeah, because I feel like, yes, that is correct in the sense that it's technically correct that if you play, yeah, exactly, it's a perfectly corporate answer. And again, this isn't copium. I'm not trying to be like, oh, but it must be actually, because that's what he says, and he's right. If you play through Control and Alan Wake 1 and 2, which are the Remedy connected universe games, you will find no mention of Max Payne. You will find no mention of Quantum Break or the characters or events that take place within. So he's right. And again, there is a world where you say that so that you don't get a phone call from the legal team in the morning saying, Rockstar are on the phone, they're angry, we owe them money. We're angry, we owe them money, thanks. Like, that's, yeah. I would be interested, yeah, like, I would be interested to see if that stays true going forward. Because they have the license now to Max Payne 1 and 2, well, to the Max Payne brand, and again, by the information given, they are remaking those, not just like remastering, like giving it all the spit shine and polish up, but like remaking the games. And that to me seems like it presents as an opportunity to reset Max Payne in that universe and like just neaten it all up and tie it together. It would be a lot of work, and yeah, this is probably just optimistic thinking, just some hope, but it seems possible. Yeah, not a lie, but you wouldn't think that would be the reason, because you're allowed to make new content based on content you don't own. How? You wouldn't think that would be the reason, because you're allowed to make new content based on content you don't own and say it straight out. Hang on. I'm saying you are allowed to make new content based on content you don't own and say it straight out. How do you mean? Like, you am I misunderstanding what you said, or is there like is there something missing from that? Because I don't think you can make new stuff based on something you don't own and then say that you've done that. I think I think the people that own the license that you're making new stuff in, meaning they're not having the license wouldn't be a reason they wouldn't be allowed to make a different game, call it spiritual sequel, as long as they didn't use the exact names. True. I feel like for safety's sake, though, to avoid the litigious nature of, you know, some, like, Rockstar have a lot of money, and it feels to me like something you probably would want to avoid. I don't know, I guess, yeah, like games that are spiritual sequels, spiritual successors do get made all the time. And they'll say, like, yeah, it's a spiritual successor to that because we didn't have the name of the license, whatever. But again, the question asked and answered was, well, not, the question's not quoted, but presumably from the answer you can infer that the question was, are Max Payne and Quantum Break in the Remedy connected universe? And the answer, which is correct, is no. And that, as he says, it's a simple, easy, straightforward answer. And it's correct. But I feel like there is potentially more that could go there afterwards. But I guess we find out. Like, ultimately...
Coward!
Is there someone stood behind... Is it... Game, are you spawning people in behind again? Is there a man in here? Right. Where? There was another one. There was another guy.
Coward!
Essentially no with heavy air quotes. Yeah, that is what it feels like to me. Like, it's a technically correct answer. And it also depends a lot on the terms of that contract between Remedy and Rockstar. Yes, true. It's totally possible they did have that in mind. We don't want to say so for other reasons or out of an overabundance of caution. Yeah, also that you don't want to be like, well, we're planning something for the remake of Max Payne, and then you give it all away. There's any number of reasons. You're curious because both games get mentioned a lot together on Steam. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fine. I am hopefully, evidently, quite happy to talk at excruciating length about this subject, and myself, frankly, to learn more about it. What? Bye. Yes. Oh. You track down the original question. One fan theory predicts that Mr. Door, or a version of him in another reality, is also Martin Hatch from Quantum Break, Remedy's 2016 game. So is he? Okay. Yeah, I've seen that speculation too. That because, well, frankly, as it stands now, because they're both like prominent characters played by a black actor. In Martin, is it Martin Hatch? Yeah, Martin Hatch, because the name's right there. In Quantum Break, it's played by Lance Reddick, and Mr. Door in Alan Wake is, I have forgotten the actor's name. Nope, I'm blank. Someone's gonna have to put it in chat. And so I think if they're both like, they are both played in a similar kind of way, and I feel like the speculation would have been that, well, speculation would be that if Lance Reddick hadn't tragically died, he probably maybe David Harewood, he might have been cast in that role. Thanks, Andy. But we don't know, and that's definitely not something Remedy. You don't like when you've cast someone who does an excellent job in the role, then be like, yeah, he was great, but we would have got the other guy. Like that's just rude and disrespectful, and so that feels kind of just rude to discuss. And I feel like that's where that speculation comes from. Like there's a similarity, but it could also just be that that's the kind of character that they like to write, and they've just used that sort of character archetype in 2 different games. Seeing the additional context is 100%. We're filing off the serial numbers because we really dislike the concept, but we're not going to cross IP boundaries for. Yeah. Which, yeah, really say what it comes back to, and it's just me repeating myself now, is that I think the remakes of Max Payne 1 and 2, assuming they do get to release in the present state of the games industry, will be extremely telling on whether Remedy do want to integrate these stories into their wider connected universe. I hope that they do, because I think that would be extremely cool. I could also understand if the size of that project is just absurd and they don't want to touch it, and are quite happy just to like remake them.
The sirens had faded away. Mona must have been relieved. Some other emergency someplace else.
Well, okay, I'm just going to redo this bit. There's also that Dora's tangentially related to totally new character concept, Tim Breaker. Yeah, it's there are multiple reasons why I can see why people would expect Wall and Door to have a relation to Martin Hatch from Quantum Break. It's there are multiple reasons why that would be something that fans would pull together. Me, I'm just like, it's just a really interesting name. You can also, and it's like, I get wall in door, right? It's door, wall, doors go in, wall, and like, yeah, sure. Beyond that, I don't really know what the name means. And I just find the character interesting because I want to know why are you called that? That's a strange name. Unless I'm probably just missing something just really obvious. As I say, kind of a dumbass. You can also imagine not wanting to take on the responsibility of keeping all the lore straight and just so leaving it in the realm of fan theory to avoid nitpickers. Also that. It sounds like wall indoor. Well, yes, that's what I get. I'm like, yeah, but it goes doors go in walls, not that way around. And I don't really get what a phrase like wall indoor means in the context of the story. But I could just... Thanks, Boodop.
The sirens had faded away. Mona must have been relieved. Some other emergency someplace else.
Like, Max Payne is a pretty clear name. You know, there's no great mystery of interpretation. Well, where do my pills go? Oh, you shouldn't have stood there, dude. Bonk. Ooh. The wiki says Door either gained or always had the power to stand in between worlds, which he says is also held by others in the family of Doors. Oh, okay. Oh, that's That's quite a full glass. Let's... Careful. You don't need the lore doc for Max Payne and Quantum Break to work on an Alan Wake game? Yeah. Yeah, like, Door as a character, yeah, he seems able to also travel between worlds. What? Why? Are we shooting each other now?
Shoot! Shoot!
No. Oh, you're there?
Sucker!
Anyone else? No. No, I just killed those guys and it was super cool. See, the tanks don't explode nearly fast enough. If you stand around, everyone will kill you before the explosive tanks explode. Lads. I instinctively looked up because the number of times the game's like, oh, you thought behind you was clear, but no. What is a hatch if not a trapdoor? Right? We do currently have 2 health bars on the screen, which isn't the most helpful. Because we also need to keep Max alive. Who is the lady? This is Mona Sachs. Because we're playing a game called Max Payne. She is definitely not a femme fatale. Yeah, she was also in the first game.
I'm at the bottom of the pit. I'll find a way up.
Okay. The commandos don't want us to leave. I'll talk to them.
Well, that was a worthwhile use of my time. Max does indeed have a thing for her. You know, I refer to my earlier point, femme fatale. In a noir, of course.
Word from the boss. Change of plan. We're out of here. The situation will be handled differently.
Well.
Mona, the commandos batted. They're packing their bags.
You know, no, go on. There we go. Let's just do that a little better, shall we?
Mona, the commandos batted.
Nice toss. Is there wordplay in her name? Well, chat, who wants it? Well, it is once more entirely possible that I'm missing other layers, but you know, sax being saxophone instrument, a common, frankly, a instrument quite commonly used on noir soundtracks. I guess, yeah, as some people are pointing out, with such puns as sax and violence, it sounds a little bit like another word, which is, sort of what she brings to the story. You already made, yeah, there's that.
Found a lift.
So in that context,
Okay, I see the lift.
Mona,
The cleaners are gone.
there's a little bit of innuendo there.
Firing a gun is a binary choice. You either pull the trigger or you don't.
And maybe you miss, or maybe you shoot.
Stop.
Maybe you hit
Wait.
I'm not the expert on this.
Stay out of this, Max. You're only making it worse. You've been suspended.
She's one of them. She's here to kill me.
I'm doing my duty. She is a fugitive murder suspect. I'm taking her in. She resists, she gets shot.
As sure
Oh yeah,
as
no
the bullet
shame.
rips through the victim's flesh, organ, and bone. It shatters the image of the man who presses the trigger.
Easy.
Back off, Payne.
This is what I see when I look back. These moments, blinding as snow, they kill you, change you. You die and live again, remade.
No, Mona. Winterson.
How's your live women count going?
Gunfire! This way, fast!
Go. Go, run. Mona.
Over here! Hold it!
Excuse me. How's the alive men count going? Are we counting that? No, probably not.
He went over the edge!
The genius of the hole. No matter how long you spend climbing out, you can still fall back down in an instant.
Oh, you play Baby Steps too.
I had a dream of my wife. In it, I murdered her for my lover.
We're losing him. Multiple gunshot wounds. Pupils blown, head trauma. God only knows what else. He's in shock. Start 2 large bore IVs, get him to ICU stat. He's not responding. This guy is a train wreck. We're losing him.
I had chosen Mona.
Not counting
felt
dead
like
men
I had
salad,
lost
that's pretty
her.
woke of you, yeah.
You're a real angel, Max. Max.
Yeah, so you're asking about the name.
Max. Max. Oh, Max.
Was there an explanation for why Max is no longer Sam Lake in this installment? I think it has been answered somewhere. What I can tell you, it might even be in a sequence coming up. The game addresses it. I don't know what answer Remedy themselves gave for the change. It might just be as simple as we wanted to give him a different face. But I don't know. What does the make of TV? No. You refuse this new curse information on Mona's name? You can have it back? Nope. You asked. Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. Also, as per before, apologies to anyone who does not like the wobbly cam. Motion sickness is allowed. There's not much I can do about it. I'm pretty sure. Other than just try and get through it as quickly as possible, I guess. But I'm... Yeah, this was 2000 and whatever, so there's not a lot to... Actually, do I still... Or did it get lost? Not on the shelf. I had like a special edition version of this game on that I bought at uni, and I wonder where that ended up. It's not on my shelf. Watching 160p, so you're immune. Nice, dodge those bullets. Those nausea bullets. What does that say? The Pink Bird Mental Institute. Oh, right. So yeah, so we're in a dream sequence. We're going back to Address Unknown, and it's tasteful handling of mental health. Sam Lake has answered why Max changed. This is sometime you believe. You can't remember what it was though. Yeah, I feel like it's something like you can't not address it.
Think, damn it. Think. Wait. Just wait. I can figure this out. I can explain this. I can fix it. I can make it better.
Actually, yeah, you've asked that question at just the right time. Because...
I killed them. My wife. My baby. I shot them. I buried them under the rose bush in the backyard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna catch him. The one who did this, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna make him pay, punish him, make him wish he was never born, hurt him. I'm gonna kill him. Funny, for a moment there, I forgot who I was. I've been switched. I didn't used to look like this. I thought I was the killer. I thought I was a mobster. I thought I was a cop. I thought I was a patient. I thought, who am I? Who am I? I thought I was in love.
Yeah, ignoring the, you know, whoops, bullet time that I'm accidentally clicking there. Ignoring the, like, there's like, yeah, schizophrenia. But literally having him in a cell there, remarking on how he used to look different. Honestly, that couldn't have been, the question couldn't have been timed better. You're back, the tomato salad took some time. I wouldn't, because I can't stand tomato. No, we're not women anymore, sorry. No, the game decided to put down the woke agenda. And return us back to Max. But we are going through Max's problematic dream mental hospital. Didn't hear it. I worried it might have been too quiet. Yeah, I don't remember the... literally, it was just said 2 minutes ago on stream, and I don't remember what it was, but it was something to the tune of, like, I look like this, or like, I didn't look like this, or whatever, like remarking that his appearance has changed. Coconut Balls, hello, welcome. Really?
Mona?
Game's pretty horny on main. Yeah. Yeah. And I played Pathologic 2 on stream, which had surprise boobs.
Stop. Stop. Wait.
Stay out of this, Max. You're only making it worse. You've been suspended.
She's one of them. She's here to kill me.
I'm doing my duty. She is a fugitive murder suspect. I'm taking her in. She resists, she gets shot.
Easy.
Back off, Payne.
No, Mona. Winterson.
Gunfire! This way, fast!
Go. Go, run. Mona.
Over here! Hold it! Ah! Detective Winterson! Officer down! He went over the edge!
Worried that the Winnie the Pooh and Grink / figure writing was too horny for the TLJ Discord? Yeah, probably. But that's okay. You have special permission, I guess. Artistic permission. Max Payne has a 9.2 rating on IMDb, while Max Payne film has 5.3. Yeah, the film... Parts of the film, I think, weren't as bad as people treated it, but it wasn't a good adaptation. I don't really know how you'd actually do a good adaptation, because these are games that are aware that they're video games, and like they are steeped in the medium of video games, not as much as things that have come since.
You've been betrayed. You gotta find out who. Solve the case. Promise me. Promise me, Pete.
I think.
Go to the badge. Find out who did this.
I think giving the film. Jim, stop talking. Okay, thank you. I think giving the film a mid-review is perfectly fine. It wasn't a great film. I remember when I watched it, I didn't hate it as much as because when you make a video game adaptation as a film, you're in an uphill struggle. Uphill struggle. The gamers will hate it. Just by default, they will hate it. It is basically impossible to make I'm not going to say good, but a well-reviewed film adaptation of a video game. And I think that's a shame, because I think some of them have been fine. Like, the recent Mortal Kombat from a few years back was pretty fine, actually. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I didn't mind. It's a bit clunky in places, but Silent Hill, the first one, by Christoph Gans, the director, was fine. I thought it was okay. Resident Evils and stuff are garbage, and so is Doom. Well, Doom was fun, but it wasn't great. Prince of Persia was okay. I mean, accepting how like every single main character in the film called Prince of Persia was like white American or British, and you know, casting Ben Kingsley in any film is just an out the door spoiler, because it's like, oh, he's a good guy. No, you thought. But Prince of Persia was fine, other than the really annoying like rule of threes, where he's got the dagger of time, he's going to use it once by accident, once sort of semi by accident, when he's like, you already done it once, and like, oh, I'm going to do this again because that worked, and then a third time. Like you have the cool thing that Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, the game, is all built around, and you use it a ton of times in that, and it's super cool and looks sick and it's really fun to play with. And we're going to put it in a film, and you get to use it 3 times. And that's disappointing, because it's like it's a cool primary mechanic in the video game. Make it the centerpiece selling point of the film. Show me some cool VFX, some cool like time fights, and instead we use it 3 times. And each time it's just like, I press the button and I'm going to do it better. And it's just that was disappointing. It could have been better, but it was mid. But yeah, the Max Payne film, it's been a long time since I watched it. I've seen it once, and I remember it being like okay, but it wasn't great. I feel like having this whole conversation while a series of Vine booms go off behind me is kind of funny. I feel like you've seen a movie adaptation of a TV show that went really better in the characters realized they were in a show and it was really bad. it can be handled well, it can be handled badly, and the problem is, if you want to handle something well, it's a big risk. You need people on board who understand the project and care a great deal about the project and know how to adapt the spirit of the project into the new medium. And there are some production companies, some directors and producers and stuff, who are good at doing those kinds of adaptations into film. But they're quite few and far between, and it's going to be expensive, and it's going to be a risk, because you do that and people might not like it because it's something new and different. So generally what you do is you take an off-the-shelf established format, you take just a director, someone who you just know will just turn out a film, and you just stick the license over it, and you're just done. There we go, done. Good night, Ray. Thank you for being here. Take care. Thank you for asking questions. Turns out adapting to a different medium is a really fraught endeavour. It is. It's where, frankly, unfortunately, Lord and Miller are really good at it. Like the Lego movie, for instance. When I heard they're doing a Lego movie, I was like, well, what the hell are you going to do with that? And it turns out they're people who are really good at finding like a core aspect of the thing that they're adapting and like making that like the core theme to hang the project around. And I say unfortunately because apparently they're kind of bad to work with. This is the reputation that I've heard that they have, which those of you who've seen and been enjoying Project Hail Mary, sorry, that was their work. And again, seemingly they turn out good films, they turn out really good products, but apparently, yeah, what I have heard from people passing on stories that they have heard from people who have worked with them, they're kind of just difficult to work with, and yeah, which is a shame. Also, the audience doesn't understand that adaptations fundamentally have to be different because different mediums require stories to do different things. Yes, exactly. So like a film adaptation of Max Payne can't just, it's like, oh, get someone to do a film adaptation of Half-Life, and it's like, well, yeah, but then it's just going to be a story about a scientist who's having a really bad day, and then he shoots a bunch of like aliens, and then he shoots a bunch of like military guys, and then he goes to weird space planet, and like, it would be fine. But like, yeah, video games are their own unique medium, and to adapt something from that into something else, you need to understand these two mediums and what makes things work in one that doesn't necessarily work in the other, and how to adapt that. And yes, from the other end, gamers do not understand that as well. It's like when it's the really annoying thing where it's like, oh, we're making a film adaptation of this video, or like, I'm fan casting for this adaptation of this video game. Here is someone who looks like a person in the video game, they would be perfect for it. As if an actor's ability to look like a character is the start and end, the depth and breadth of what's important about this role. Do they have a vaguely similar looking face that can be augmented with some makeup and hair that can make them look even more like this character? Yes, then you've got the role, son. Like, that's not the point. Like, yeah. Since, yeah, we're talking about video game adaptations of things. Oh, hello. Excuse me. Kojima games not included. Well, no, those are just a movie that sometimes you have to press some buttons in the middle of. Because Alex Garland is doing, supposedly still doing an adaptation of Elden Ring. Because they announced the cast, or like some of the cast for that the other day. And that's going to be an interesting one, because I think Alex Garland is kind of a nerd. I'm trying to think what stuff he's like. I'm trying to think what he's talks about with regards to video games, and I'm now drawing a blank. But I feel like he's kind of a nerd, and I think potentially my expectation for an Elden Ring movie adaptation is that it will probably be a cool film and the Elden Ring fan gamers will hate it because it doesn't have their favorite character, or because this guy doesn't look like he does in the video game, or because in a fight someone doesn't do the move that you do with that weapon in the video game, and so therefore my immersion is ruined. And the real takeaway point is that gamers are awful, awful audiences. I've seen Critical Role fans be mad that the animated series is different from the original campaign. It's like, I don't know how to explain to you that making something that's 500 plus hours into a couple of 8-hour seasons requires the story to do things more efficiently. Yeah. And part of that's just going to be outrage culture sells. If you make your video, if you make your article
Max,
about
she
why
is a
this thing
murderer.
sucks and it's bad and ding, cinema
after
sins,
us.
plot
She's one of
hole,
them.
then you get
Max,
views and you get
it's your
clicks.
duty as a detective.
But
Duty?
I hate this world that we've
That's
built.
the best you can do?
Too late, Max. You are under arrest for murder.
I'm doing this for you, Max. A bullet in the head. I can end the pain.
Back off, Payne. Max.
But I need to answer my phone.
Winterson's phone. Vlad?
Too late.
See? Where are you going to get that in a film? Where's the film going to do
You
that?
come to, amidst the wreckage of your own making. Do you stay there, eyes squeezed shut, afraid to move, hoping to bleed to death? Or do you crawl out, help your loved ones, make sure the fire doesn't spread, try to fix it?
Yeah, I reference Cinema Sins because I can't stand Cinema Sins, and I think it's done a huge amount of damage to film criticism. Or what people understand
All this
film
time,
criticism
we got
to
the
be.
fable of Sleeping Beauty wrong.
All units are in position. We are ready to go.
Prince didn't kiss her to wake her up. No one who slept for 100 years is likely to wake up.
Okay, people, get ready to go in. We are gonna hit the place.
It was the other way around. He kisses her to wake himself up from the nightmare that has brought him there. When I had
I'll get to
woken
those
up in
thoughts
the
in a bit.
hospital earlier tonight, I had thought things couldn't get any worse. I was wrong. Fast forward from that to Winterson's body at the hospital morgue. I was a murderer, a cop killer. There are things in life you cannot choose, how you feel. I had lain at the bottom of the hole long enough. Too long.
Give up! You have nowhere to run!
The cleaning company commandos were coming for me. I needed a gun. I needed to get past them. Hoped the painkillers were enough to keep me on my feet.
Miller, Mitchell.
Right, where was I? Yeah, no, if you find yourself watching a Cinema Sins video and thinking, this isn't good actually, this doesn't make sense, you're just pointlessly nitpicking a bunch of stuff and being frankly kind of sexist, because a number of these points that you're nitpicking are, there's a woman? Ding! That's frankly good and right and correct. Like, I don't have a big background in film criticism. I didn't like study at a university or anything, just an A-level in it. But yeah, my problem is, yeah, Cinema Sins has sort of created this idea where this was created, helped contribute due to its popularity, and they're like, oh, it's parody, it's satire, whatever, but it's not, because you treat this as fact. Where, like, their idea of the start and end of film criticism is looking at things and going, that seems wrong and that doesn't make sense, and going ding and saying, like, is like plot hole, in this scene we can clearly see this character putting down his cell phone on the kitchen counter, and in the next shot we see that the cell phone is at the wrong angle. Ding, Cinema Sin, plot hole. And it's just, Sean on YouTube has several very good videos about how Cinema Sin sucks. Yeah, like probably the best thing to happen to Cinema Sins was several years ago when someone did a Cinema Sins style takedown of Cinema Sins and just roasted the guys like commentary on other films. And yeah, it's when you lay it out like that, it's like, wow, this guy is one, weirdly sexist. Like, it's just we see a woman doing something and showing some sort, displaying some sort of level of agency. Of women don't do that, and it's God, shut up. It seems to end every film with up to 120 sins per film, but if a normal person watches it, there's not nearly that many issues. No, it's just, yeah, it's created this idea of what I tend to think of as like film as a puzzle box, that, and it's like as a Chris Nolan fan who despises so many other Chris Nolan film fans, it sort of ties to me. It ties into that, the way that people watch a lot of his films, where it's like, you have to pay attention to all of these little intricate details because the director is really trying to send special secret coded messages to me, life's protagonist and the best watcher of this film. And if I pick out all of these little intricate puzzles and these things, I can solve this exquisite Rubik's Cube puzzle of a film. And then I get the S++ ending where the credits roll and only I have solved the meaning of this film. That's film criticism. And it's not. And I hate it. I hate that this is what we've built. And yeah, it feels to me like Cinema Sins contributes to that. It's just a sad man pressing a bell when he sees a woman on screen, or a phone be put down in the wrong place because he can't understand that sometimes you move the camera to a different angle and this is between takes and the set gets like jostled a little bit, and we go, that's a continuity error, you've made a bad film, and shut up. They also treat every sin, from minor continuity errors to major plot holes, to perfectly reasonable things that just weren't paying enough attention to understand as equally. Yeah, the big thing that Cinema Sins teaches you to forget is inference. The film Mute, for me, by Duncan Jones, is a great example of this. Probably not a lot of people have seen it. It wasn't that well received when it came out. I thought it was really good. What do I want to talk about from this film? There's two characters in it, played by Paul Rudd and Justin Theroux. They're like war buddies. They're really good friends. They go way back. They've got each other's back, and they are best friends. They're kind of jerks and assholes, but they're also very likable and very charismatic. Paul Rudd discovers that his friend, played by Justin Theroux, who is sort of a pediatric doctor, has been, and I'm going to try and talk around this one because frankly it's kind of a gross subject, has been abusing his position as a pediatric doctor. He learns this and he goes off at Justin Theroux and like threatens him and basically says, you knock this off, you stop doing this right now, or I can't remember like exactly, it's been a while since I've watched it, can't remember exactly what he says, but it's like, or we're not friends, or up to like, I'll hurt you, that kind of thing. Basically makes big threats towards this guy because he discovers he's gross. And then like a couple of scenes later you see them as buddies again, and like they're kind of pals again, they're getting on. And the audience reaction that I saw a lot of the time to this was like, oh, this is a plot hole. Ding, Cinema Sin, this is a plot hole, because we were seeing that he was really angry at his best friend, and now they're friends again. I'm like, yeah, he's a dirtbag. He's an asshole. You're not supposed to like this guy. You're supposed to look at this and go, wow, he talks big, but he actually doesn't stick to it. Like, that's the character. You've learned something about this character. You're not supposed to like him. Sure, he's played by Paul Rudd, who is a very charismatic actor, but in the grand scheme of things, he's actually a big asshole, and you're supposed to dislike him. That's the text. That's what the film's telling you. And like, that's always my really like clear example of people like looking at a film and going, well, you showed me this, but then in the next scene you showed me something different, and clearly this is a plot. It's like, no, there's connecting tissue. Imagine, infer, see how it, like, you go from this to this, and then you go, oh, that's, yeah, like, it's fine. You can use your imagination. charismatic people are never hypocritical assholes in IRL. What do you mean? Yeah, I watched Fight Club again recently. That film holds up. It's good. Looks at the manosphere. No. You watched Fuse the other day. I don't know Fuse. The magic of the internet because CinemaSins is really odd about it. And you saw some issues, but honestly, I just want to see how many issues CinemaSins can inflate out of that if they ever get onto it. Yeah, it's just a bad channel. Like,
I've got him trapped down here.
Okay,
hurry, over and out.
Got a gun in here.
You're gonna get it now, Payne.
Please don't.
You were
Bye.
in there, you stupid.
I was.
I'm coming for you.
I don't. I'm gonna be real here, guy. I didn't have a big plan.
But you won't get far.
Pow. Okay, what if I dodge roll into you? I can run. I will, actually. I'm gonna try to get far. Limited patience. Hello. Happy heat day. Yeah, it's, Ooh.
I let him down. He did everything that could be done, Mary. Mr. Payne!
Run. Piss. Am I meant to have a gun?
The cleaning company commandos were coming for me.
Literally in your college class, you were reading the play Trifles, and so many people failed to identify that the two women in the play were the protagonists because the police are the protagonists because they're the good guys because they're trying to solve the crime. And like, this is why I try not to position myself as some kind of intellectual authority or academic on these things because I miss stuff like that too. I am curious to know what if I were to watch Fight Club from a cold start, if I were to just go into that now and watch it, would I, without knowing any criticism, any analysis of it, if it was just me with a blank mind watching Fight Club now, would I be able to pick up that actually you're not supposed to like Tyler Durden? That actually this guy that so many men idolized and were like, yeah, Brad Pitt's really cool and this character that he plays in this film is really cool and charismatic. Obviously, he's a good guy and I want to be like him. Would I myself be capable of forming that conclusion? And I don't know. I hope so, but maybe not. And it's in some ways a criticism leveled at Fincher's films that he's really good at making people look cool. And for me, it was a similar problem with The Social Network, where a lot of people were like, oh, The Social Network sucks. Why? Because it makes Mark Zuckerberg look really cool, and I hate Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook. It doesn't. He's a sad, lonely man. Good night, Arian. By the end of the film, he is a sad, lonely man with no friends. That's the message of the film. He has alienated every single friend. The guy who's built this website, this social network, supposedly a website for keeping in contact with friends and making friends, and he's alienated every single one of them in his quest to be wealthy. He's an asshole. He's extremely charismatic in that he's played very well by Jesse Eisenberg as someone who is the smartest man in the room, and frankly it's very addictive and compelling to watch the smartest man in the room rattle off smart remarks, but it doesn't get him anywhere that he or anyone else would actually want to be, and that's the takeaway from the film. But I know a number of people who are like, oh, the film sucks because it glorifies Mark Zuckerberg. It doesn't at all. It literally says at the start with the girl that's breaking up with him, like, you will be sad and alone, and that's how it ends, with him sending her a friend request and hitting refresh in the hope that she'll respond, and he doesn't get that. He's a sad lonely man. Good night, Aaron. Well, I could see Arian going and like, I'm in the middle of a rant, but I'm going to break off and say that, and I was aware how funny it sounded. Yes, sorry. you haven't seen Social Network, but you wonder if it's also a social context thing. It might be. I think it's a problem. If a complaint were to be leveled at David Fincher films, that it is one that I have heard for Fight Club, for Social Network, that like Fincher is a music video director, and he directs. He has a very cool style in his films. He makes just extremely watchable films with characters that are enjoyable to see doing their thing. Like he just does make good films, and like entertaining films. And so the problem is when you, in that space, when you try to show, hey, this person's bad, actually, it can be misread. Like Houses of Society, we are so primed by the media to sympathize and admire the lone wolf guy who's too cool to need other people. Yeah. So many people don't seem able to read subtext, even very obvious. Yeah, like to a point where it's literally just text and you missed it. And repeating myself, this is what I worry for myself, that if I were to watch some of these films now where it seems obvious and the message is explicit and clear, that I would still just go like, ooh, Tyler Durden's very cool because he wears flashy clothes and he says cool things, and he he's played by Brad Pitt. Even though literally there is a scene where he points to an advert of an underwear model, like a Calvin Klein underwear model on a bus, and it's like, look at this. This is this is bad. This is wrong with society. Like looking this good, looking this hot. To this is bad. We shouldn't do that. And then when you see him, he's basically pointing to himself. When you see Tyler Durden himself, like stripped down to the waist, it's the exact same physique. He is basically pointing. It might even be Brad Pitt in the photo, knowing the effort's gone into making the film. He might even literally be pointing at himself, but figuratively he is. And it's like he's saying this is bad, and then you see him in that. And then if you watch anything to do with Fight Club on YouTube, within minutes you will be recommended, here's how to get Tyler Durden's body, here's the exercise routine, and how much you have to dehydrate yourself to get the physique of this really hot guy in this film. What are we doing here? Not very good at the deeper meaning stuff. I'm not either. Yeah, like I miss a lot of stuff and need it explained to me by other people. And, honestly, that's a pretty good first step. Recognizing your shortcomings and then figuring out what you can do to offset them is good. It's a broader question, the broader version of the satire problem, how no matter how obvious satire, some people are going to like the thing being satirized and therefore interpret the satire as being straight red. Yes, that's what's the name of that? It's a law, a rule or something, an internet rule about, is it Poe's law? Is it Poe's law? The one about satire being mistaken for real. There's to Peaky Blinders too, and it's so wild. Do you mean Thomas Shelby is an alpha, that man to suicidal horse? It's a great description. I've not seen Peaky Blinders, but great. It is Poe's law, yeah. And The Boys, yeah. Wait, what? You mean the Boys is woke now? Homelander's a baddie now? When did this happen? When did the woke makers of the Boys, more like the what? Woke boys? More like that. Gotta me along, yeah. Get their asses. When did this? Wow, you just don't understand text, huh? You really you just want to put that on main, that you're that big of a dumbass that you couldn't figure out that Homelander's been a bad guy the whole time. Oh boy.
It's harder on yourself, Payne. Open the door.
Surprise.
No guns at the morgue. I had to get past him to fight him.
How stupid can you get?
Missed me with those bullets.
There, you stupid fuck. I'm coming for you.
I can and I will run.
Everything that could be done now, no one could save
No.
him. Mr. Payne!
Mitchum, he's here.
What is this?
Rip to the nurses. Does anyone in this office carry a gun? I will settle for a grenade.
Where is he? He isn't getting out. I'll guard the door. Mitchum.
Oh.
Payne!
Yeah.
Security.
Considerable amount of it, actually.
Weapons. You drop it.
The dead security guard had dropped his gun in the doorway.
Now I have a 9mm pistol. Ho, ho, ho. And bullet time! Here you go, chat. All you need is a gun, and then you can go infinite on guns. Are we counting them as living women, or are we assuming they're dying on screen? I can go back and check. Please. I can't go back and check. They locked the door. They are now shrouding. Bad news. They're not Schrodinger's women. Well, they exist in that box that we can't go back to. Are they? No. There's your answer. Guns aren't solving your problem. Use more guns. Call 555. Gun.
Hospital security. Hold it.
Ooh. 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 What?
You can't hide.
Coward!
Interactable lockers. Was a treat. Yeah, we've not had a TV for a while. No, I want that one. I'm pretty sure these ammo pickups look, well, very similar to the ones in Alan Wake as well. In the security room, there's a missable story detail? Hell yeah, thank you. That's the good intel. Is it?
Bravura was too stubborn to die. I had to buy him time, draw the commandos after me, get out of the hospital.
One second. Whoops, that's the wrong button. There was a coffee maker earlier that I think we could interact with. Now we just rattle the cupboards. Oh, yeah.
Address unknown continues. You have a tumor in your brain. It's making you mad. We're forced to operate aggressively.
The fake doctors were trying to confuse me, saying I was John Mira, pumping me full of drugs.
No. None of that. Give it back. He's
All right now. Easy. Easy. Just hand it over. There's a good boy. Hey, stay back. No! I was in charge, but still woozy from the drugs. I had to escape. I couldn't let them stop me.
He's coming. He's coming. Get away. Get away.
Well, it's not the most tasteful. Nope, 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 nope. We don't. No, we don't. Well, are these cupboards with pictures of books on the door?
I'm saying we should have waited. Wrong. The deal was to wait half an hour. It's way past that. Mitchum and Feller had plenty of time to take care of Payne. After half an hour, we break out the heavy artillery. That was the plan, and we are sticking to it.
Surprise! You know, for real, the sound of like the thunder and lightning and stuff going on is pretty nice. We had hints that there might be a thunderstorm here earlier. Didn't seemingly materialize. But, you know, if it were to break and we get a big old storm, that would be rad. Yeah, you can just get that as like a vinyl, just a big old vinyl sticker and... What?
Get him!
Shoot me with the dick.
Shoot!
When is it not dramatically raining in this game? Well, it's in the wild. Have my last bullet. Well, who would do that? Yay! Oh. Yay! You'd love some rain? Yo, me too. Did the... Okay, we're going to put physics on the gym balls. What? Seriously? I wasn't paying attention to the post of the daily exercises, but I'm glad. You know, I guess the indicator is if you can do these, you're well. Yo, shooting. Nope. Me. It's Kung Fu? Well, in this world, yeah, you need to know that.
An all-new episode of Lords and Ladies, brought to you in part by Castling Insurance Companies. My lord, I will marry her. My mind is made up. She will be my lady.
Over my dead body, brother. That harlot will never soil our family name. You have no right to call yourself a lord. I am here to do the duty of a sheriff's heir.
You have insulted my lady for the last time, my lord. I demand satisfaction.
As you wish, little brother. Hang down.
No, my lord! Nothing good can come of this!
This is just Monte Cristo.
Villain!
My lord, I beg of you!
My lord, brother, heed her words. Maybe we can yet solve this peacefully.
Have at thee!
No!
My lord!
Brother! What have you done? Brother, you have slain me.
'Tis but a scratch.
My lord! We are lost.
My lady, what have I done? All is lost. What have I done? Lords and ladies continues after the break.
Oh, that guy lived after just being pushed down the stairs? Rude. Well... let's give this another try. Oh, there were 3 men. Oh, 4? Well, I'm not getting... okay, fine. Fine. I can... How many... what is this, a stairwell for clowns? Why... can some of you stay dead? Stay down. Yeah, combat diving downstairs should immediately kill you, just like real life.
This week, television is as fun as mirrors. 2 days and 2 nights non-stop. The cult series Address Unknown. All the episodes, all the madness.
I think... I have seen one video, I think, of a guy... I don't even know what the plan was. I think he thought he could do some sort of cool parkour, like jump down an escalator, and like the intent, I think, was to just basically take a header down an escalator, put his hands down halfway and like pivot and swing and land on his feet. It did not work, and he ended up very injured in multiple ways, and I've never wanted to see that or anything like it ever since, or really think about it that much. So that is what I think of when people do stupid things on stairs or stair adjacent, you know, spaces. Cool reload. Oh, another one. Yeah, but it was pretty bad. See? Exactly as I said, you can go infinite on guns once you have a gun. You just shoot the next people that have guns, take theirs,
ready to give myself
and
in.
you're unstoppable.
There would have been no answers, no second chance. Nothing would be fixed. I had to solve the case on my own. Mona was still the answer. I caught glimpses of her out of the corner of my eye, felt her presence everywhere I went. I was trying to trace her path, recreate the winding course of the magic bullet in her head. I couldn't find her. I drove out of the city in the direction Mona had pointed me, to a man who specialized in answers. The architecture of Alfred Woden's manor.
Our brother is dead, yes.
European darkness,
I'm afraid so.
along with the inner circle.
Mr. Payne, I've been expecting you. The only true
Alfred
reason
Woden,
why
hello.
men fight wars, love.
The score on Mona Sachs?
Next question.
Fine. Why is the Inner Circle trying to kill me?
I am dying. Cancer. Power has leaked through my fingers. There was a rebellion. A renegade faction has pushed the society into a civil war. Everyone who resists is assassinated. We have been reduced to fighting mob wars.
Vinny Gognitti?
Vladimir Lem.
I knew the answer before he told me. Vlad had lied. Cleaning company commandos were his men.
Vladimir Lem has belonged to the society for many years. Gognitti is going to die in the hands of the Inner Circle renegade. Then he is coming for me, his one-time mentor.
Bum, bum, bum.
I left Woden at the door of his panic room. By talking of fate, Vlad had been asking for my blessing to his plan to murder me. I've been keeping to the backbeat, reacting to Vlad's moves, cleaning up after him. No more.
It's starting. Get in there, quick. It's starting.
If the observation that it's kind of absurd for a character to be called Vladimir Lem, I remind you that we're playing as a character called Max Payne. But yes, yeah, every one of these games has an absurd name, and they know and they're proud of it. Chat, I think I'm going to finish there. It is 10:30, and the temperature is still... what? No, don't turn off. I just wanted to... apparently still 32 degrees of the centigrade. So I'm going to go and douse myself in cold water, find an ice cream, and then sit in a dark room for a few hours. But yeah, I'm going to go. I will continue this. Don't know. Maybe not tomorrow. Not sure. Could be tomorrow. Could be Thursday. I don't know. I will see. I will probably just decide and go live, which is unhelpful for everybody. I know. Oh, excuse me. Beer is catching up with me. Sorry, I'm being gross. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting and keeping me company. I feel like I've not made too many coherent points about things that I really want to be talking about. Just saying a lot for one, but that's okay. And yeah, just rambling about stuff really. Vladimir Lem makes you think that supposedly Philip K. Dick said that Stanislav Lem wasn't actually a writer but a group of spies posing as one. Interesting. Do I know any of Stanislav Lem's work? I don't know. But I know the name. You're always here for the rambling? Yeah, but per my earlier comments about like content and the content extrusion engine. Oh, Canticle for Liberats. Oh, Solaris. Right. Oh, okay. Wait. Wrote Solaris? Because I know Tarkovsky directed Solaris, which I need to watch. I've seen the remake. I quite like the remake, possibly because I just like the soundtrack. It's got a really good soundtrack. He wrote the book. Right, okay. And my opinions of a film certainly can be carried by a good soundtrack. And Cliff Martinez's soundtracks are very good. I intend to be informational in my ramblings. Yeah, but I'm always not confident in the information that I'm spouting, so who knows. But then I suppose that places me, my uncertainty in my own ability to spout information places me quality-wise above 70% of YouTubers who look like me, so I guess that's something in my favor. Yeah, I watched Stalker recently. I really liked Stalker. I thought it was very good. It's very long, but I sort of liked... I like a long, slow, patient film. Did I just say the name Martinez? I did. Cliff Martinez. Do you want Martinez? I was assuming Martinez was the correct pronunciation. Are we doing this again? Martinez? See, that to me has always felt... That, saying it Martinez... Yeah, Martinez. Thank you. Thank you, Llama. Yeah, the original Moroccan pronunciation actually is Martinez. Martinez. See, me saying Martinez, that to me feels like a British person saying taco. And you go, no, actually it's taco. I'm like, no, but then I sound really posh. You're going over to John and Margaret's for tacos. Like, that's, and if I say like Martinez, that sounds like the emphasis is a very like British English pronunciation. I've just always assumed it would be like Martinez, but okay, I guess it's Martinez. If you don't even hear the difference, I'm just putting the emphasis on a different syllable. I don't know. The guy that composed the score for, because if you talk about the soundtrack for Drive, everyone goes on about, is it Electric Callboy? It's like, oh yeah, the soundtrack for Drive is really great. It's got an Electric Callboy song, and I really love the 1980s. And like, yeah, but the score for it's also really good. Properly spelled in Spanish, it has an accent. And then you write it without an accent. Or is that an accent on the I and it's just indistinguishable? Martinez sounds hillbilly. It's an accented I. It's on. I have to look closely to see it. That's like one extra pixel difference. Currently dying at Phasmo streamers pronouncing that I'm not. No, I'm not going to attempt that. Well, yeah, Cliff Martinez. American bottle of water. I'm British, innit? Yeah, bruv. I'm from Britain, innit? I'm from London, yeah? Bottle of water. Bottle of water, mate. Say it right. And kicked in the head by a horse. That's number one. Exactly, thank you. I saw your trap. Yeah. You telegraphed that. Right, I'm quitting out of this because it's just going to keep making sounds. Look, I've disgraced myself enough. I'm afraid to go on and I have to stop. With bubbles? Yeah, bruv. It's a glottal stop. Figure it out. It's not that hard. Bottle of water. That's all. It's a bottle of water. You're welcome for the content. Now piss off.